Repairing and reattaching the front grille on a 96 Lexus ES300. You can see the cracks in the plastic right there. I've already fixed that on the underside using JB Weld. Over the years, one by one, the fasteners on the back started to break away. The plastic broke. My grille was hanging down on the left side and it finally fell all the way off a few days ago. So my plan is to remove these 6 bolts, reattach them to the back side of the grille where they broke off from using JB Weld, reattach it, tighten the 6 10mm nuts on the back side, and I should be good. On the underside of the hood, 4 of those 6 bolts have exposed 10mm nuts. The other 2 bolts have plastic covers. You just pry that off and you can get to those 10mm nuts. I'm gonna let that soak in for a while. Well, that's not good. Almost 24-year-old bolt snapped right off. I hope the other ones don't do that. There we go. That's what we want. Of the 6, 2 of them broke, 4 of them came out good. I could probably get by with just 4, but I'm going to replace the 2 that broke. I found 2 that'll work. They're a little bit longer, but they should be okay. I'm cleaning up the bolt heads to make sure I get good adhesion with that JB Weld. Also cleaning off the grill, those spots where the bolts are going to be glued on, using a rag and some mineral spirits. And once this dries, I'll get started gluing those bolts down. And with the JB Weld, you mix up equal parts of the hardener and the steel, and then mix that together until it becomes a uniform gray color, until it looks like that. And take one of those bolts, press it down in there, and there you go. Got 5 more to do. Got the last one done, and it is standing up nice and straight, so I'm going to let it dry just like that. JB Weld takes 24 hours for a full cure, and I'll be back after that point to put it back on the car. It's actually 3 days later, so I know that JB Weld is fully cured. I did a dry run. I put the grill on the car, and it's not fitting flush in just a few spots. That's because I have the JB Weld built up a little too thick, so I'm going to use a file to trim some of that JB Weld down, trim off the high spots. I'm going to get this old epoxy out of here too, and that should help. I did that on all 6 screws, so let's see how that looks on the car. Yeah, filing that down really helped. That's a much tighter fit than what it was. Only thing left to do is bolt it down. It's too much pressure and I'm sure I'll break that JB Weld, so I'm just going to get them snug and leave it at that. This is the last one of those longer replacement bolts. And that's snug right there. Now I got to snap those 2 covers over the bolts on the outside. And that's it. It's back on there solid, and that won't fall off again for a long time. Just another thing you can do with JB Weld. Hope this helps you out. Thanks for watching.